Sacramento news station ABC 10 has been arrested by the FBI after posting bail for his initial arrest. KCRA3's Aaron Heff joins us live now from the federal courthouse where the suspect will appear before a judge tomorrow afternoon. Aaron, good morning.
Good morning, Leticia. Yes, after posting bail and being released, the FBI has now rearrested 64-year-old Anibal Hernandez Santana. Now, he was arrested for violating federal statute 47 U.S.C. 333, which has to do with the interference to radio communications of a station that are licensed by the government. Hernandez Santana is the suspect in the shooting that led to an investigation at ABC 10 along Broadway in Sacramento. On Friday, police were called to the building in response to shots fired from outside. When they arrived, 3 bullet holes could be seen in the window of the building's lobby. And despite the building being occupied, no one was hurt. That's when the investigation began. Later the same day, KCRA3 saw police in the River Park neighborhood, including SWAT teams. A witness at the scene reported seeing a man tackled and then taken into custody. Hernandez Santana was booked on 3 felony charges, facing assault with a deadly weapon, discharge of a firearm in a negligent manner, and discharge of firearms at an inhabited building. Hernandez Santana was held on a $200,000 bail and was released earlier on Saturday. But he was once again taken into custody and now arrested by the FBI. Back out here live in front of the federal courthouse here in Sacramento. According to the FBI, Hernandez Santana will be set for his first court appearance. That happens 2 o'clock tomorrow, so Monday at 2 p.m.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you're all having a great and wonderful day. Well, what we have here is just, again, another radical leftist. You know, it's like I can just go, sleep, wake up, and find out there's another radical leftist just destroying or shooting people, etc. Some type of chaos happening. It really is crazy on how often this happens, how often this is going to, is going to go. And it's not going to end well for Democrats. And what I've been hearing, too, is that Jimmy Kimmel is set to return back to his garbage show, which is another thing entirely. And it's just something that we're going to have to deal with, right? Because, again, this is a sign of fear. I think ABC's feared. They're scared because the leftists are violent. They're not good people. They will use violence and fear to get what they want, because that's what they try to do with Charlie Kirk after assassinating him. They thought like, well, this is going to be helpful, but it's not. It did not end up being helpful at all. If anything, the leftists and even Antifa is terrified because now they know that everything that they've done so far has only backfired immeasurably. It has made a bigger movement and more people to push back against their insanity. And since the Charlie Kirk funeral has received record numbers, which some of them are not even out yet, is backfiring massively. And what we have here with this is that we have the anti-Trump shooter fired 3 shots into ABC building after Kimmel's suspension. My apologies. The 64-year-old man who police said fired 3 shots into a local ABC studio after late-night comedian Jimmy Kimmel was suspended this week, reportedly had a social media account that showed a clear hatred for President Donald Trump. Variety reported on an X account for Anibal Hernandez Santana, the suspected gunman, contained a steady stream of anti-Trump commentary, whereas a good heart attack where we need it the most. So, yeah, we're going to go over that after we view this video and more of his insane rhetoric and why the far left and the media has radicalized this man.
Out of the gunman who police say opened fire on a television station in Sacramento, an ABC affiliate. You see those bullet holes right there. We are now learning that a suspect has been arrested. Let's go ahead and bring in ABC's Alex Stone with more on this from California. So, Alex, where does this investigation stand right now at this hour, and what does our affiliate say?
Yeah, it was only a couple of hours ago, Gio, that an arrest was made in this. The arrest coming overnight. 64-year-old Anibal Hernandez Santana is the name that Sacramento police have given us for the suspect who was taken into custody overnight. The FBI ended up getting involved in this. It was quite a large manhunt that went on around Sacramento. Our sources saying early on that they had indicators of who the suspect might be, and then they were able to track him down overnight. And according to Sacramento police, they were able to move in and make that arrest. But Gio, they don't know the motive at this point. They say they have no idea what the motive behind this shooting was. Luckily, nobody was in the lobby of the building at ABC 10 that you see right here. The bullets that went through that window that went into the lobby area. There was nobody right there, so nobody was hit. Nobody was injured. The shooter was able to drive away and get away very quickly. But there is a suspect, that 64-year-old man who is in custody right now, being held on a number of charges, Gio.
All right, Alex Stone, you'll follow this. Thank you so much.
Yeah, so it's not great, right? It's just not good in this regard. Another far leftist being insane here. And again, we're going to show actual proof, because here's what we have from this guy where he's talking about this, because he says, this is blasphemy. Can't believe these Republicans sucking up to their own twisted show. Besides, St. Paul of Tarsus was the 13th disciple, white moronic man. Where is a good heart attack when we need it the most? Please join my thoughts and prayers for the physical demise of our fearful leader. Pam Body, Cash Patel, Bongino, time to put on your big boy pants and your big girl panties and show us the Epstein files and give us the names. Fill in the blanks. Robert Redford, artist, actor, film director, Thoractus, American icon. Charlie Kirk. So again, this is more stuff that here. Not only is this insane, it is illegal, unconstitutional, sad, and culturally prejudiced lawsuit anyone. I love to watch whether our esteemed impartial, not Supreme Court, would dismiss the case without explanation from the shadow docket. So again, as you can see here, this man here is obviously quite radicalized. He even has this here where he it's like F Donald Trump, where he reposted this. Obviously, this guy seems like he is a well-sane individual, right? Like, this is just something that does not seem like he is, is great. So even he goes on to say here, let's get this straight. One Doge employee is carjacked, managed to survive unscathed, and the entire military force is sent down. Trump looks like for any excuse to flex his dictatorial plans and distract his MAGA fans from the Epstein files. Like, look at this. Now, leftists, I want to know, when we're looking through this guy's stuff, even when he's reposting this, Trump is a liar, Trump is a fraud, Trump is a traitor, and Trump is a criminal, and you have stuff like this, and they're reposting things like this. How could this guy possibly be, how could you guys possibly be, cheering on for the leftists, right? How can you possibly be thinking this guy is anywhere near Republican? And the Democrats are not going to be able to do anything about this, right? Because, again, this is something that, this is all your fault, Democrats. Democrats, you have done this. You have perpetrated this evil. You have let these people go out and say this. You have done all these things that is led to this guy doing this type of thing. And there's going to be more like him. And as I know, there's going to be more like him because recently, as of yesterday, the guy has there has been a Free Palestine shooting in New Hampshire, which I did a video today about. And then we have this here as well, where this guy went out and shut up an ABC News thing. And it has to be due with Jimmy Kimmel being fired or / suspended for X period of time. And now he's coming back, unfortunately. And yeah, so obviously this is a far leftist. And these leftists, if you don't agree with wholeheartedly, entirely with them, they think you're the enemy, they think you're the villain, and they do not like you. So that is something that is going to keep on going here. So we'll see what happens again in the next few days, because every time I look, there is a far leftist shooter going on unhinged and causing problems. This is the reason why this leftists need to be stomped on the neck. This is the reason why these leftists need to be held down and crushed, because they are causing problems. And what I mean by that, by the way, YouTube and you far leftists are saying, oh, well, he's aggravating for violence. No, they need to be crushed. They need to be crushed by the law. They need to make sure that they actually feel fear of being arrested or potentially even being removed from society because of the things that they do. It's like if you engage in this type of behavior and you expect people to keep on letting it happen, it's a rude awakening here. You're not in power right now, and you're definitely not going to be in power after what we've seen with the Charlie Kirk funeral. So I don't know about you, but you guys seem to be pretty cooked. You guys seem to be in the downfall, and you're lashing out violently to try to get your point across, to try to make sure people can fear you, so that way you can continue doing your unhinged rhetoric. And again, I think a lot of these media outlets need to be shut down. I think their licenses need to be pulled. I think that these media outlets have gone too far. They have radicalized an entire generation, a whole bunch of people, and now we're seeing it go after even Democratic people, their own allies. It is crazy. And it ain't going to stop. It's never going to stop until something happens. And you guys need to be fully punished to the highest extent of the law to make sure you guys don't do this again. If you want to keep on doing it, go ahead. But the law is going to come down on your necks, and that is what's going to end up happening. And you're not going to like it. And I don't feel any bit of sorry for you. I hope you guys have a horrible, miserable life. All right, guys, that's it for the video. Like, subscribe, share. As always, take care, my friends.